What's going down? What's going down? What's going down, y'all? Better Late Than Never podcast. What's going on? People, what's going on? Happy Father's Day, damn it. Happy Father's Day. One more time. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Had to give a round of applause once again to all the dads out here that's doing their thing. You know, catch this podcast on Spreaker.com, Stephen Eskridge. My Instagram is Stephen ESKRI. That's my Instagram. I'm on Twitter at Stephen Eskridge #1. My YouTube channel is Steve Eskridge as well, as we can catch this podcast at. And I'm definitely on Spotify as well. Spotify podcast at Steve Eskridge. I'm in the society and culture part of that podcast, you know. Spotify's real deep, too. Spotify deep as ever. That's for damn sure. But happy Father's Day to everyone. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out here right now. And this is one to my dad, you know. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Boy, what a what a dad. I can't express enough how much it means to me to have the type of dad that I was blessed to have, and the dad that was, a man amongst men, you know, just always stood out to me, just how much pride he took in me and my brother, you know, and I, look, as a child, I couldn't ask for a better childhood. I promise you I couldn't have. And my dad was one of the main reasons for that. And I'm going to talk about this, just the significance of dads out here in the world nowadays, with everything we got going on out here right now. Dads are so essential right now in today's time, in all times actually, but especially in today's times. I can't say how much dads mean out here, especially my dad. I mean, from day one, always excluded, you know, the responsibility of being a father and being a dad, and just being there for me and my brother. If we needed help with anything we need to talk to him about or come to him about, he was always there. From a providing angle, I mean, man, you can't ask for a better dad. Oh my goodness! Like, come on, man! Like, give it. Come on, man! Like, round of applause, seriously, man. Round of applause, like for real. I'm not exaggerating. You really couldn't ask for a better dad. You know, it definitely, man. You know, I still got friends to this day that will say, you know, you guys just had it just so good. You know, we wish we had your dad. If I had $1 every time I had one of my friends say that to me and my brother when we was coming up, I have about 50K be passing them out right now, just left and right, just, you know, at the club somewhere, or just doing something positive with that money. At least I try to, but I would have a lot. That's the point. I would have a lot, because all our friends said that. All our friends said that, you know, and me talking to my dad is like talking to one of my friends, actually. It's always been that way. But my dad set that tone from the time we was kids. You know, he pretty much was our friend. He was our friend, but he was our dad first, and I love how he did that. He set the tone as, I'm your dad, you're going to do as I say, you know, everything else, but he also made the tone as where, hey, you can learn from me too. We're going to have some fun. This is going to be a learning process, but it's going to be fun. It's not going to be the dictatorship. It felt like a dictatorship, but it didn't always feel that way with my dad. Like, it felt like hanging out with one of my friends, you know. But like I say, he set that balance from the beginning. Like, hey, I'm your dad, do as I say. So he laid the groundwork like a parent is supposed to. You know, and a lot of parents just fall short of that nowadays. But like I say, that's the difference between kids having kids, and then you got to think, my dad was a full-fledged adult when he had me. My dad was probably 26, 25 when he had me. and then about 27, maybe when he had my brother. So my thing is, he already, was who he was when he had me and when he had me first off, and then my brother, the same thing. So he was definitely, a full-fledged adult. He wasn't a child himself, having a kid. Dad is, like I say, 6 years from being 20 and a couple years from being 21, even a full-fledged adult then. So it was definitely, it was a big difference. But my dad didn't make us feel that way. My dad had us everywhere with him. I mean, everywhere with him. My grandfather's barbershop, sometimes hanging out with his friends. Against probably the wishes of my mom a little bit. Yeah, gotta hit that one from, Mom be like, what? Like, bring them kids home. Like, they got school in the morning. We outside kicking the damn bobos with my daddy, just kicking in this shit. We just happy to be outside, seeing everything, We were just happy to see it. Because we felt we knew we were doing some manly shit at the time. But our dad, I remember telling one of his friends, I remember him telling one of his friends one time, I'll never forget, because those man conversations, those was key. I remembered a lot of them. But for my dad, I remember one of my favorites was him saying that, he not going to baby us. He wasn't going to throw us to the wolves, but he's going to throw us to the wolves with him by our side. Him by our side, of course. But he said we got to learn, though. We got to learn this shit, and we going to learn it, because we going to grow up to be men. And he made sure of that. He made sure that he didn't play when it came to that. And we did. We definitely learned it. And I gotta say, just being around those man conversations, it really developed my mind to where it's at now, as far as like, that's why I'm not surprised I find myself doing what I'm doing now with this podcast and stuff, because with this type of shit, you gotta have some type of foundation for conversation, and just hearing a lot from my dad and his friends, it just made those man conversations that we always have as men, it made it so golden and so important to me. Because you always get to hear a lot of different sides. And to me as a kid, I heard a lot of different sides to the conversations they was having about all type of things. Womanhood, marriage, all type of stuff. But just to hear men, like real men, exchanging conversation and dialogue, thoughts, emotions, everything. Me being a kid right there for it, like having a front row seat right there to listen to all that shit. Oh boy. Let's get a round of applause there, man. Round of applause, man. Like, just the best. Just the best. Like, I think every boy especially should be able to be witness a little bit to some of those conversations. Not all of them, and we didn't hear all of them now, because some of them did get a little, my dad was like, oh, okay, you need to hear this one sometimes, but I think outside of that, it was, hey, it was cool to hear, though. It really was. It was definitely cool to hear, and it really developed me and my brother. It developed me especially. My brother was a little more quiet than I was, a little more, not so much willing to speak, whatever it was. But me, I was ready. I was ready. After hearing all this shit you niggas talk, oh yeah, I was ready. I was ready. And I do mean I was ready. I was ready to talk. I was ready to speak my mind. And I can say it right now. That was one of the reasons why I was so talkative as a kid. Because kids, you tell me, you talk so much. I'm like, well, shit, I'm with my fucking dad. We around men. I'm around men who talk too goddamn much all damn day. What the fuck do you expect? Like, what do you expect? Like, but I'm a kid at the time. No one is, listening to that. They just know you talk too much. But that's where I got it from. Now that I look back and think about it, That's where I got that from. I got that from my dad. I really did. You know, and being around the type of men he had me around sometimes, you just, as they say with kids, we're sponges. We pick up everything, and that's something I definitely picked up. Like, I picked up the dialogue or just the habitual dialogue that they would have as men a lot of times because my dad was being a man. He had us with him. And that's one thing I could definitely say, and I'm glad my dad did as well. I'm glad he took pride enough in me and my brother to just say, hey, y'all out here with me. We go kick it. You gonna learn from me. And these niggas out the street ain't gonna teach you. I'm your daddy. I'm gonna teach you. That was my dad, Shout out for that one too, man. Like, hey, that's a hard line. That's a hard line to say right there. Like, you gonna be, like, you're gonna learn how I want you to learn. You're gonna learn from me. Because it's so easy to just, hey, you gonna learn from the street. And a lot of times for a boy especially, well, I ain't gonna say especially, I'm gonna just say a boy in general, because we talk about boys right now. And no women, and we gonna get to you goddamn mothers out here talking this Mother's Day bullshit on fucking Father's Day. Like, I don't know what the fuck is up with y'all. Like, y'all done lost y'all goddamn mind. But hey, that's what we gonna get to. Don't worry about it. We gonna get to that one. But speaking right now though, my dad, he had us with him a lot. And that was one of the ways that I picked up on just being so talkative, because I was just around grown men having grown man conversations a lot. And that rubbed off on me. And as I got old, I guess that's kind of why I like being around older guys, because it just reminded me of being with my dad, because my dad was obviously older. That's my dad, and his friends were too. And that's why when they even see me today, they look at me and they say, wow, man, you really have not changed. If anything, you've blossomed and you've gotten better, more wiser, And I say, hey, think about who I was around. I was around you guys. I say that to some of his friends all the time. Like, hey, I still see him. I say, hey, look what I was around for it. My dad set us up the right way. He set us, or not even the right way. He set us up early. I'll say that. He set us up extremely early. And it worked out for the best. It did. Because right now, I'll tell y'all this. If me and my bro, if we don't be shit in life, oh, it ain't his fault. It ain't mama's fault either. That is all on us. They ain't got shit to do with the outcome of our life. They did more than enough. They still doing more than enough now. Shit. With all this crazy mess going on out here, we hit a little rough patch here and there. Oh, they there. But one thing about them, though, they wasn't gonna help us out if they didn't see us stepping up to the plate and doing something. They definitely wasn't. Mom wasn't. Dad wasn't either. As the old saying goes, God bless the child that can hold his own. Absolutely. You don't get blessed without putting in effort. That's why you get blessed a lot of times, because you putting in effort. Someone sees you trying. They feel it. If someone sees you struggling, but you trying, yeah, they go step in. They see you. They see you trying. And they feel bad. And if they're the type of person, they feel bad for you. They feel you. Like, damn, they really over there trying to do it all. And not just that, they see you want to do it all. They see it. Those are the people that get most of the help. So I could definitely see that with my parents, how they rubbed off with me and my brother. My dad was definitely like that. Dad was like, hey, if I see you trying to do something, I have no issue helping you out whatsoever. Just put in the effort. And that's really all our dad ever asked me and my brother. Put in the effort, I don't think he ever expected us to be the perfect kids. He just wanted us to just basically make an effort, you know, put in the effort. Put in the same effort he put into us over 20, 30-something years now. You know, put in the effort, that's all. I don't think that was wrong. Because I think as a parent, that's really all you can ask for is effort. And everything else kind of could take care of itself. Usually when you put in effort, you put in the work, as they say, stuff does fall into place. Because the work is the hard part. Because everyone not going to do it. They're not going to put in that work. So since they're not going to put in the work, you might feel as a parent like you're doing more than them. And at the end of the day, it's their life. It's not our lives. As a parent, you might feel like that because it's your child, but at the end of the day, as they get older, you're going to let them know, hey, this is your life. This ain't mine. I've done my part to set you up. Because as a parent, that's the job. It's the setup. We the ones got to finish. Come on, y'all. Hey. You know, we got to finish in this bitch. Fuck that. You got some parents throwing you alley-oop, you better slam dunk that shit. You can't be missing that. Nah, you can't. Most kids got to bounce the damn ball up to themselves and dunk it. They got to do a trick, you know. We got one, not two. You got two parents throwing you the alley-oop. One throwing it off the backboard, the other one just tossing it to you in there. You know what I'm saying? Dad might throw off the backboard. Mom might just throw that shit in the air. Go get it, nigga. Either way it goes, it's in the air now. Go get it. You know? That's it for me. That's what a parent supposed to do. Throwing you the alley-oop. The most perfect alley-oop possible. Come on, man. Come on. That's what it's about. They're not there to live for you. No. They're not there to live your life for you as a child, as the sibling. No. Their job is to set up. Period. It's to set up. And once they set you up the best way, it's on you now, buddy. It's all on you. You know, it is all on you. Like literally. All on you. Because I'm going to tell you, the finish is what it's always been about in life and anything. They always say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You could have had a horrific start, you finish strong. You could have had a great start, you still finish strong. Because you know why? It's the in-between that determines who's going to make it or not. Because regardless, that in-between is what's going to define who you are as a person. Because you're going to go through some shit in that in-between. I don't care how you started. You're going to go through some shit. That in-between is what makes you. You know, what you go through and how you deal with it in that process is what makes that in-between all the most important. And that's going to set you up for the finale. That's going to set you up for the finish. And that's going to set you up for how you finish. So I've always said, you know, and my life is definitely a testament to this. Because I was fortunate enough to be a black kid, you know, that was in a two-parent household. You know, because a lot of my friends didn't have that. You know, I'm just saying kid in general. You know, but I would definitely say a black kid because, you know, it kind of happens with us a little more than the average sometimes. But I was just established to have that. And as I began to make more friends or just had friends in the, you know, the area where me and my brother was staying at the time, hey, you just saw it. They had what me and bro had. They had just the mama. Or even if the dad was around, he wasn't around the right way. You know, dad drugged the fuck up, liquored the fuck up, whatever. Just not the best male figure for a child right now. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. It just wasn't the best at that time. You know? So my thing with it was I always appreciated my dad the more I hung around my friends and the more I was outside, the more I saw kids who didn't have what me and my brother had. You know, it really hit me to see that. Like, wow, they don't have two parents. It's just one adult. They just got mom. And mom might not be right. You know, drugged up, liquored up, whatever. Like, and then when I did see it, you know, it was refreshing to see too. It was good to see. Like, wow, okay, they got their parents like me and my brother have how it's supposed to go. Like, yeah, it was, you know. Shit, I didn't even take those for granted. I didn't take those for granted at all, actually. You know, I looked at those as like, wow, you know, like, okay. There's more of us. It was beautiful. Because it's all about balance out here. I don't, you know, on Father's Day, I'm going to say this, and I say it on Mother's Day too. It's all about balance out here. It really is. You know, a father can't be a mother, a mother can't be a father. Respect the roles. Respect the motherfucking roles. Damn, come on. You know? Gotta respect the roles, man. You know, if you don't respect the roles, then somebody ain't gonna respect your role. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you to anybody, you know, man or woman. You're gonna be somebody's mom one day if you already aren't. You're gonna be somebody's dad one day if you already aren't. Like, you want someone to respect your role. But as the saying goes, you have to give to receive. Give respect to get it. So, in a nutshell, each side has to respect each side. Like, I've been on Twitter today, and oh my Lord, like, I had no idea. Twitter's such a toxic place too sometimes. Well, not just Twitter, all fucking social media sometimes. It's all a little toxic. But I saw on Twitter, you know, Mother's Day was trending. Or then I saw some other tweets. They were saying on Mother's Day, Father's Day was trending. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people, man? Like, I'll take that back. I know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all, it's a generation of hurt-ass individuals out here, mainly coming from this bad family dynamic. You know, the background. Once again. You know, because, hey, I always just say, you know, sugar from sugar usually leads to sugar. Shit from shit leads to shit most of the time. But everyone can't be sugar from shit, so it's better to have it sugar on sugar, you know? Like, it's better to have sugar on sugar, you know? Like, shit from shit equal to sugar. It's like, that's special. Yeah, it's going to happen more and often, but it's not going to always be the majority. It's not going to be the traditional. It's not going to be the norm, you know, the more than likely. It won't be that. When you set children up to be in a good position, majority of the time it works out. And excuse me, and I use the key word majority. I definitely use the key word majority. Because that's exactly what it means, majority. You know, you have a two-parent household, and you got two parents who are there the right way for the child. And then most of the time, that's how they end up good. Because now you're telling them, hey, you know, letting them know. So I mean, it's really, it was just refreshing. It was just refreshing to see that as a kid. It was just refreshing to see that as a kid. Far as seeing other kids who is just like that, same way, just had both their parents around. It was good. It was good to see, and I think it always should be looked at as good to see, because I appreciate it. Now especially nowadays too, where we got a lot of dads not present around. But come to find out, a lot of times it ain't a lot of y'all dads' fault either. You got these crazy ass moms mad at you and they want to put the son into it. Like, they do not understand how much they are hurting their own fucking child. You selfish ass excuses for women. Yeah, I said it. Selfish excuses for women for holding your child back from seeing a father who is trying to be an active father. Come on. We're going to address it. We're going to address it. We have to. That is some of the most evocal. I don't even know that's a word, evocal. I want to say maniacal, and I got evocal. Maniacal and evocal. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I might as well stick with this fucking evocal. Oh shit. That is some of the most evil and maniacal. I'm gonna put that mix in there with it. Evil and maniacal shit that I have ever seen and heard about. Here it is, a father who's trying to be active in their child's life. Do you understand, in the teenage, pregnancy, kid-on-kid era, do you understand how golden a man like that is in today's time? Do you understand? It's golden, damn it. This is the kid-on-kid era. Babies having babies. And you motherfuckers want to deny a man trying to be in his kid's life because you pissed off at him for whatever the fuck? Come on. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? You let this man put whole seed in you, and because you pissed off about some shit with you and him, you gonna deny your child. Now, it ain't about you. No, it's not about you. It ain't about him. It's about that child. It's about that child. Period. And when you have a man who recognizes that in today's time especially, that is essential. Even back in the day, it was still golden, and damn it, my dad was one of them. Come on, hey. My dad was one of them. He set that bar up for it. Hey, I want to raise my kids my way. That was his thing. I'm going to raise my kids my way. My kids. And he did. That's one of the main reasons everywhere he went, we was right there with him. He going to the store, we with him. He going to kick it, we with him. We with him. I can't tell you how much of a man that made me and my brother. Oh, man. Like, that's why I tell women, the balance is so important. Because imagine what being a little girl could do for a little girl being around her mom's friends. And that woman, the womanhood part of it. All those women around them showing them some of the good and bad parts of being a woman, but it's a woman. It's a little girl here. she has evidence of a woman. Oh, like I say, on both sides of it, good and bad. Same thing we had with me and same thing my brother had with me and my dad. We saw examples of men, good and bad, but men, men, and they are both different. Period. Because it hits different. Can both sides do said things? Certain ones, yeah. But in totality, hell no. It is a certain shit that a woman cannot do. It's certain man shit that a woman just cannot do because she's not a man, and vice versa, same thing for the guy. It's just certain shit that we just cannot do because we're not opposite sex. It's just how it is. Period. Even in today's time, where the roles are all over the damn place. For some pros and cons, because people evolve, but still. We cannot do everything the opposite sex can do. No. It's just certain shit we're not said opposite sex we can't do because we ain't said opposite sex. I'm going to say that again. We can't do it. So we have to respect the roles out here. We have to respect the roles. And on Father's Day, I can't speak on it no more. I can't speak on it no more. Because both roles, it's balance. Like I had to pause a little second, but it's balance, y'all. It's balance. We unbalanced out here. We really are. And I'm just looking, I'm just like, wow, y'all, we really unbalanced out here. We don't have the balance between masculine, feminine. It's either one. Now you could have one more than the other maybe, but it needs to be at a balance though. It should be 50-50. Or 100-100. Regardless. You know? It needs to be 50-50. That's just our thing out here. You know, we are unbalanced out here. You got people who 45, 50, 60, 40, and 39, and 70 something, and 70 something, like, man, we're some unbalanced people out here. We really are. And that's one of the biggest issues. And I think that's probably why each side is not respected for its own side. Because of the imbalance we have out here. You know, with the imbalance being how it is, I think sometimes that, you know, men are not respected as just fathers. And I don't think that, mothers are respected as just mothers. Like, it's both sides need to have their own respect because they're in their own lane and they do different things and they have a different significance to the world and to the universe and to the development of humans especially. You know, mothers and fathers both have significant roles, but they're different when it comes to human evolution and development. Definitely. And since life is all about balance, as I say, if you don't have a good balance of both those, then yes. And there's people who have a good balance of those and they still have problems because we're all people. It's just life. It happens. But the chances of you having even worse problems than that go up significantly if you don't have that balance. That healthy balance, you need that. That's why I said, like a healthy diet of shit, of just different shit in your body, in your diet, you need the same thing for your personality. You need a healthy balance between masculine and feminine. A healthy balance of it. You need to know what it is to be strong, to be assertive, to be fierce, to be protective. You need that. And you need the nurturing, the kindness, those things. You need that too. But it has to be balanced out. Too much of anything has always been not good. Too much masculinity is not good. Too much feminine is not good. Need a balance. And that's what two parents get you, a balance. And that's why on Father's Day too, since it always has been the thing of said men not being there for all different reasons. Some systemic, others domestic, whatever. But just regardless though, the significance of a man not in the household, a sufficient man in the household, has always had an impact on humanity. Always. Because that's how significant the male figure is. But once again, both are significant for just two different reasons. But to start off, the male has always been the leader. Always. I don't give a shit. Look, male are the leaders. They set the tone. Always have, always will. The tone is always set. The spark is always sparked from the male. Any mammal, animals, whatever you want to, and I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, the males go do the hunting. Not all the damn time. Most of the time, yes. But once again, that male knows who the damn leader is. And I think that certain animals, the woman, the female. I think there's just certain animals the female does all the hunting for. I'm not sure, so don't quote me. I am not looking at that shit right now, but but I definitely think that most of those are the males that do the hunting. But I've definitely saw that a lot of females do the hunting for the animals, on that. But still, outside of that, my point is, damn it, males set the tone. So you don't have a male in the household setting the tone for that household is going to be running amok now. Now, once again, have women been capable of doing it? Yes, they have. Have they been doing it? Yes, they have. But if you ask them, they don't want to do that shit again. They would never want to do that shit again. No parent should want to do anything on their own. Because once again, it's about balance. Damn it, come on, let me tell you this shit. Balance, people. If you don't have a healthy balance of shit, yes, you're going to be dysfunctional. You're not going to be that functional out here. And that's what gets forgotten out here. Because you come up in a town where everyone, I can do this by myself, I don't need nobody. Well, you feel that way because that's how you came up. You feel that's, sad to say. But a lot of people were adopted to feel that way. I don't need nobody. Yeah, you feel like you don't need nobody. You never had nobody. And if you did have someone, they just weren't the best person to you. So now you get jaded. Oh, I don't need nobody now. Fuck that. I don't need nobody now. Fuck that bitch. People get like that. Kid from childhood or teenage years, however it comes, people get that way. If you don't have the right person in your life or no one in your life at all, positive male figure or a positive mom figure. So it definitely goes a long way, just having that healthy balance. But just back to my dad, though, he just really, I just can't say, I just couldn't ask for a better dad. One of the most understanding people I've ever talked to. One of the most, oh man. Yeah, I get crazy even thinking about it because I just keep thinking about just everything I've saw out here in the universe, in the world, and just seeing, how important a father is. And I got a chance to experience that importance in a positive way, not negatively. When you experience the positive side of just the significance of a dad or a father, or having a father figure there, a good one, oh man, it's great. Because then, especially as you get older too, you start to really understand yourself. You be like, okay, I am who I am, but a lot of this I get from... I'm just like this motherfucker. Like I'm just like this dude, And I think I knew that about myself when I was young. I think probably maybe... I think about... what I want to say. I think probably by the time I was like 17 to like 19, I started to see myself like, okay, I'm just like my dad. I started to say that to myself. But I was saying it at first, just being a little sarcastic to myself in my mind. But then as I caught myself saying it more to myself in my mind. Like, yeah, you just like this motherfucker. Like you just like this dude. Because some of the stuff I was doing, especially, women and everything, like, yeah, I was just like my dad. My mom used to tell me, hey, daddy, hey, that's how she met him. Dad was a ladies' guy. So, hey, that's how my mom met. So I saw where I was with it. I saw where I was coming from. And once I started to understand it, I started to understand more about myself. And once I started to understand myself more, I was okay with myself. And then once I was okay with myself even more, I was okay with telling women the truth and how I treated them, because I was okay with me. So if I'm okay with me, I don't have any reason to treat them any type of way. As long as I'm doing, as long as I'm being honest and real to myself, I can do the same thing to them. Because now I can identify who I am. And I can identify to myself who I am and why I am who I am. And a big portion of it came from my dad. It definitely did. But that's not a bad thing, though. Like I say, my dad is my dad. He, one of the best people. And as I've gotten older, too, I know my dad for him out not being my dad. Seriously. I know dad as, I know Ronnie now as well as my dad. That's probably one of the few times you probably hear me say my dad's real name, back then, come from that time, you call me dad, you don't call me, That's when you first found out your dad's parents' real name. Y'all remember that? Come on, man. Y'all remember that? Remember you first found out your parents' real name? You just knew you just couldn't call him dad no more, but they'd kick your ass. You call him anything else but mom and dad. Oh, y'all remember it. But that's how. But as I'm older now, but at 36 years old, I know my dad as Ronnie now. Same way with my mom. I know my mom now as Yvonne, and I know them outside of just being my mom and dad. Because now, as you get older, one of the beauties of having your parents around as you get older, y'all get to have adult conversations, because now you're obviously an adult too. You still their child, but you're an adult now. You're a full-fledged adult. So now you have to have these adult conversations now. And it's great. It's definitely great. Well, it's a beautiful thing. And, once you talk to your parents as an adult, like I say, you see where you get yourself from a lot. You see where you get your personality from a lot. The origin of it, the foundation. You get to see all these things. And I think sometimes it goes negative, and it's some pros and cons to it. Like I see some of the negative stuff I get from my dad, and I see some of the negative stuff I might get from my mom. But once again, they still great people. If they weren't my mom and dad, like if I just knew my dad for just him, still call him a great guy. You know, definitely would call him a great guy. Same thing with my mom. Knew her outside of being my mom. I call her a great woman. You know, both of them. For sure. Because that's a lot, y'all. To even be able to be around your parents and have your parents around, and you get a chance to sit back and reflect on those type of things. It's some of the coolest shit in the universe. It really is. And once you get an understanding of yourself and the origin of self, where you come from, so to speak, you kind of can see yourself where you're going a lot of times. Not literally, but you know, you probably can get a decent idea for it. You know, so just like I say, just being a kid that just had the type of dad my dad is, though. Oh man, it's great. You know, to have a man that takes that much pride in his kids is like the best thing in the universe. You know, it really is. Because my dad, he took, like I say, to be my dad was to be entertained and educated all in once. I mean, all in once. You know, he's always saying some crazy joke or doing something crazy, entertain me and my brother, or he had us around some folks who was crazy and entertaining too. So it was just nonstop with my dad, you know. And then he had times where he got on us too, though. He definitely had times he got on us too, you know. I mean, one time I was really with the shit. I called myself trying to step up to my dad. Oh boy, my dad let me have it. My dad let me have it. He sat me on my ass like, yeah, man, I gotta get it to you, Dad. Yeah, I gotta get it to you. Dad showed me what the fuck was up. as a parent is supposed to. He supposed that you know what the hell is up, you know? And it didn't get far. That's how nuts I was back then, you know? Talk about being ungrateful around that time. You know, but hey, I learned though. My dad learned, and actually to this day, we never really even talked about it a lot because it was just a crazy silence. You know, we was just tussling with each other, whatever. I must have said something to him. He let me have it, you know. He was tussling on the floor and stuff. He slammed me. I just started laughing like, okay, Dad, you got me. Yeah. I was nuts. I was crazy then. Like, I just started laughing like, okay, Dad, you got me. Hey, he got up off me. Hey, you know. And we talked about it, but we never really talked about it after that because it was like, all right, what's understood didn't have to be said. Like, okay, like, nigga, I'm your dad. I will fuck you up. Like, relax. That was it, you know. I never even, you know, I don't even think after that me and my dad had any type of, like, quarrels or arguments or anything like that. You know, if he was upset at me, he was upset, but I don't ever think it got that heated anymore. You know, because I was messing up a lot around that time in school. You know, grades up and down, whatever. You know, that was really all it was to me. You know, that was the trouble I gave my parents. You know, it was grades, it was schoolwork. We weren't really terrible kids, so to speak. You know, for the most part. Thanks to them once again. That's why I say the significance of balance. You know, but no, we weren't the terriblest of kids. You know, we definitely weren't the terriblest of kids. You know, so it was just like I say, it was just good to have a dad that just, you know, gave us that balance. You know, between being educating us, entertaining us, the discipline, being an authority figure, being the enforcer. You know, like. My dad didn't whoop me and my brother a lot, but the times he did, oh boy, I didn't want that no more. I didn't want that. I wanted none of that. None of that. No, you know, because, you know, dads, they go too far. You know, once they there, they there. Now, if you kick your ass like you a nigga off the street, now, there's a mom gonna step in, hey, wait, them your son, like, stop. Like, they gotta step and remind you, hey, these are your kids, like, hey, we get it, you know, job done. Now they're your kids, you know, relax a little bit now, dad. You kind of gotta get back in that zone. And that's why I tell kids, I don't give a fuck what they say. Mom, you scared of mom too. My mom whooped it, yeah, but a dad ass whooping is different from mom. It's just different. That's all I'm saying. It's just different. It's different. Shit. You hear dad voice and he pissed off at you, yeah, you start crying, shit. Mama used to call my damn dad. Shit. You want me to come up there? Hell no, nigga. Stay where the fuck you at. In my mind. Oh, man, like, stay where the hell you at. Shit. Don't bring your ass up here. It's embarrassing me in front of all my cool friends. I'm trying to get cool points. Hell no. Stay where the fuck you at, Dad. I'm crying like a motherfucker, like nigga already here and shit. But that's just the power of a man. You hear a man's voice, you start crying, because you know they not playing. Like, you gonna get it. Like, it's wartime. You gonna get it. Relentless. Like, they gonna forget you they son. Because you've gotten them to this point. You know? So you didn't want that, you know? And then for my dad, too, like I say, I always wanted him to be proud of me, though. I definitely always did. And he let us know that. He let us know that a lot, that he was proud of us. You know, kind of without even saying it sometimes, you know, but that's just the type of dad we always had. He always let us know he was proud of us, how great we was. And another thing for my dad, he always just said, hey, you know, I want y'all to be better than me. My job is to get y'all to be better than me. You know, that's how he raised us, you know. The do as I say, not as I do theory, yeah. But boy, do I understand it as I got older. Oh yeah, I understood it completely. It's all about pushing your child to be better. That's what it is. Cause to have your dad tell you that, hey, I'm not always gonna do the right thing, or you might not always see me doing the right thing or the right decisions, but don't you do this shit? Yeah, it was confusing as a kid. Like, fuck you, Dad. Why you doing this shit? You tell me don't do it. Like, that's how you think as a kid at the time. But you get older, you start becoming an adult yourself, you see it. Like, okay, Dad, I see what you're trying to do. I get it. I see what you're doing. Like, you get it. And I definitely got it. I got it. You know, so I definitely could. So it wasn't that I was upset at my dad then. I kind of was at first. But after that, that was it. You know? One of the only things I probably could say I wish happened with my dad, you know, I wish, you know, and my mom would have kind of panned out a lot better. But hey, you know, the thing I like about them is whatever issues they may have had between each other, they didn't let that step in the way of raising me and my brother. Oh, man. Like, come on, y'all. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Talk about Kobe and Shaq. My mom and dad was Kobe and Shaq. They wanted to kill each other sometimes. Hey, but the Kenny, me and my brother, hey, they stepped out there. Hey, they won championships. Come on, y'all, I'm on the roll. Oh, man, they won. You know, they was winning. They was definitely winning. You know, Kenny raising me and my brother, they was winning. They was definitely winning. You know, they put, like I said, they put the BS to the side. It was winning. Now, as we got older, it started to go a little left. Because now, me and my brother, we got our own lives. You know, as we get older. Now they got to have their life back as to when we weren't around, kind of. And that's the thing about being a parent. You know, and it comes to marriage, I learned too. Like, yeah, when it's all for the kids, it's cool. But once them kids get older, it's like, all right, whatever y'all had or didn't have, here's the reminder. And here comes I all right, now it's time for the light to get shined on, whatever it is. Whether it be good or bad, now it's finna get shown and tested into the light because now it's nothing else left. You know, the kids we're adults. We have our own lives now. Now, do y'all have y'all's? You know, that's to any married couple, whatever. You know? So, like I say, I learned a lot from my parents, you know. My dad specifically too, my mom, but just in general, I learned a lot. You know, my dad showed me the definition of how you take care of a woman, you know, just, you know, nurturing wise, providing, you know. My dad had a good run. He gave it a shot. It didn't work, but he gave it a shot though. I think he gave it a shot. He definitely did. You know, that's why as I got older, I wasn't mad at my dad. Like, he tried, you know. And still doing his job, though. And I think my mom respects my dad because he's been the type of father he's been. And I think most women, you know, of course they don't like the fuck-ups that men make because we're stupid a lot of times. But if you can be there and handle your business as a father like you're supposed to, most women will respect you for that. It'll still be a level of resentment there, if you will. But they will always respect you, though. Because I've seen that in so many other examples as well, you know, that, you know, the mother and the father might not be around, but if the co-parenting thing is going how it's supposed to go, as a woman, you have to have a general respect for this man. Because he's doing what he's supposed to do as a father, you know? So it's always going to be a respect there. And I don't understand if most men kind of don't recognize that or just would see that things would be a lot better out here. Most definitely. Because I think women, now you got some women, don't get me wrong, who wouldn't respect it, but I think for the most part, most women, they can respect that. You know, they can definitely respect it, and it wouldn't be that hard to respect. Okay, this guy's not with me. Okay, this guy pisses me off a little bit, blah, 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 whatever. But, hey, he comes here, he raises his kid like he's supposed to. Or kids have many, but he handles his business. He's here with his kids like he's supposed to be here. He provides, he protects, he does what he's supposed to do for his kids. You know, most women with any type of logic in their mind, and don't get me started on that type of conversation. But most women with any type of, you know, logic about themselves, they're not going to deny that. They'll respect that. And that's just one of the things my father just said he was going to do, though. He's going to have the respect of himself. My father was going to respect himself enough to be there around. Because I know as some kids, for some dads, I mean, if you will, and I'm not talking about the ones who being held back by the baby mamas. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the guys who just was not around for whatever reason it was, out here on some blatant shit, because you got those. I'm talking about the blatant ones who just didn't care. Yeah, that had to do something to them. I know it had to. But hey, ain't so much about that. Celebration today. We celebrate the ones that is there, that's doing their thing, you know. As to handle business like they supposed to, like my dad. So that's really what it all comes down to, you know. But a man nowadays, especially in these times, with what's going on right now, we are so important. We so important, you know. So guys who, you know, young dads out here, step up, you know, step up. I can tell you one thing. Shout out to my grandfather. You know, happy Father's Day. You know, my grandfather come from the time where, hey, you put something in a woman, all right, now it's yours. You marry her now. That's how it go. You say, damn it, you went and did it. Okay, now you accept what come with it. Period. You know? And that's the man part of my grandfather. And he exuded that on my dad, you know, and vice versa. So it holds key with me, Because me at 36, not having any kids right now, I've learned from both those generations. And one thing I could say is, you have to be careful with who you have kids by. Because now they got it right. My mom's, they got it right. But in this era, you got to be even more careful. Because it's a lifetime act that you can't take back. Come on, y'all hit the bars. Y'all hit the bars. It's a lifetime act that you can't take back. Cannot do. So men and women, but talking to the men right now, you gotta watch you put your sperm in nowadays. You gotta watch it. Do you want to be stuck with this woman? Do you think you can be stuck with this woman? Even because you don't know. Is she worth the gamble? Sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't. But have you at least done some research to make this bet? How much research have you done to make this bet? I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's a bet. You don't know. But you're betting. My dad made a great bet, and my mom definitely did. He hit 7 on that. Love mom. Hit 7 on that. And then, hell, God hit the 7 bars, having those two come together. We could have had some other parents, me and my brother. Holy shit. Yeah, that'd have been dark. Holy shit. Oh, man, that would have been very dark. And I'm only saying that because that's just how significant my parents were. I think anything other than my parents would have been uncivilized. Yeah, I sound like a spoiled brat right now, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. That's how good I had it. And I think that's how good anyone should have it, actually. You're supposed to have some parents who have some significance, and they're that significant to you. They mean that much. That's how, that good, wholesome balance I've been talking about. Absolutely. And I do mean absolutely. So shout out to my dad. Definitely shout out to my dad. Shout out to all the dads out here. And we just got to keep pushing and doing better out here. We got to do a better job of having these households intact. Having some order and some structure and some authority out here. Because that's what happens when you don't have that. Chaos happens. And these households is what's going on. But at these times we going through right now, though, men are extremely important. Both sides are extremely important. But boys to men, men to boys, yeah. Dads are important right now. Fathers are important right now. Extremely. Because this is wartime. And that's one thing us as men are used to. War. We're used to this. And what better example and teacher of what to do and how to get through a war than a person who's always been in war. And that's men. Speaking in general. So we definitely got to keep everything going. Men, continue to raise your kids well. Continue to influence the neighborhoods you in with whoever said kid will listen. Because that's one thing that's going on here right now. I had a lot of my friends love to talk to my dad because they wanted to listen to my dad. Because they saw a successful black guy. My dad was a fireman for 30 years. They saw what we had. They saw what he was doing for us from providing angle. And I think a lot of kids in most neighborhoods don't have a lot of good up close and personal examples of a black man doing something great with his family. But they saw that with my dad. So my dad was the cool guy to him. They saw my dad, nice clothes, car, and then all the stuff me and my brother had, the video games, the clothes. They saw all that. But my dad was definitely a cool guy though too. My dad was, kind of athletic, was pretty athletic. So when he was young, that's when I knew basketball wise. I knew I was good when I started beating my dad. My dad started getting a little older, of course, but we started playing sometimes. I couldn't never get him. I couldn't get him. My dad's defense. Like my dad's defense. Called some of the defensive specialists and shit. Like, start breaking that down one day. I've arrived, Dad. Hey, beak. Like, yeah, Dad hit that one just cause I didn't care. But yeah, man. So once I started beating my dad playing basketball, I knew I was arriving as a ball player because my dad had some great defense. Once I started being able to get past him, I'm like, okay, all right. Start telling my guys and shit, like, hey, beat Pops in one-on-one. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think for most guys, too, as a boy, if your dad is really training you on the basketball type of stuff, once you start to beat him, it's like, all right, I'm doing a little something now. I'm doing something. Because that's the first grown person you was really able to step with, just to beat, so to speak, your dad. If I'm 12, 11, my dad is in his early 30s. He's not old, but once again, me, like, hey, I'm still small relatively. So my dad is bigger. So if you can take on somebody bigger than you, be a little faster than quicker than whatever, oh yeah, you got it. You definitely got it. So that's how I really knew I was getting better at the ball. But at the ball playing stuff, my skills was coming once I started to be able to beat my dad. My dad was pretty quick. So that's another thing. My dad helped the development of me and my brother playing basketball too. So it was, I gotta say, Dad, you just been doing it all, man. Been doing it all for the longest. Guys like you come a dime a dozen, man. They just don't make them no more, man. So, once again, just shout out to all the dads, man. Shout out to all the dads out here doing it up. Just beautiful, man. Just beautiful to see it. And we need to keep seeing more of it. These kids, young boys, they need you, especially in these times out here right now. These women need you. Guidance. We're supposed to be guidance. We are the fucking leaders. My dad is a fucking leader. My grandfather is a fucking leader. My uncle is a fucking leader. I come from that now. I can definitely say that shit. I come from a goddamn family full of leaders as men. We ain't shit else. We leaders. I saw that. Yeah, round of applause. Fuck that. Yeah. Them apples don't fall far at all. They don't fall far at all. I come from a family full of male leaders. Positive male leaders. So we gotta step it up out here, y'all. We gotta be leaders. These women don't want to submit to no man who's not a leader, and she should. I'd say the same thing. Don't submit shit to a nigga who ain't handling business. He ain't taking care of you. He ain't make. If he can't, it's about the effort. Once again, I'll take it to that because I've had a lot of women just say, "Hey, just the fact I see you trying to help me." Oh yeah, she gonna fuck with you. Cause she see you busting your ass. And if she one of those doesn't appreciate that shit, fuck that bitch in my mama words. God damn it. My mom said it. Yeah, not me. My mama. Damn it. Shit. Damn right. You will not underline the significance of a male putting in effort to provide, protect, and nurture your ass if you are a woman. You will not underline his effort. Ladies, that's an example. But fellas, I think for the most part though, most women, if they see you trying to do those things, they see putting the effort in, they gonna rock with you. Because they ain't going to, matter of fact, they going to help you do better. Because that means it's better for them. You know? You win, they win. So, hey, it all goes together. But, man, let's just keep stepping up. Let's keep doing it. It's getting better out here. I'm seeing every day. I'm seeing a lot more men with their kids. I'm hearing so much more about these just scarred mothers, whatever the hell they did. And I'm not even saying some situations is not valid, but that is absolutely no right for you as a woman, if any woman who's doing that shit, to hold their children back from seeing their fathers who are trying to be a force, a positive force in their life. Who the hell do you think you are? Go to hell. Whatever the fuck hell looks like. You know, that is not your place. So, men, keep stepping up, keep being the examples. We are needed out here. We have to keep stepping up. Protect our women, protect our children, the whole 100 yards. You know, we're needed out here. Be authority figures, be the enforcer, you know, be the teacher, be the entertainment as well. Because that's another thing about men. Men can keep up with these kids. You know, mom do so much, she get tired, you know. Us, we right with their ass. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Shit. We right with them. You know, we right with them. No, because men, we're all over the place. And kids are all over the place. So for women, I've always said, can they do it? Yes, but that's not her role to be all over the place in the same fashion that we're all over the place in. Because once again, it's just different roles. It's different. You know, so let's just keep playing our roles out here, you know, as men. Keep playing our roles to the core. Be the ultimate role player. Be the ultimate leader. We all have to do it, and we all got great examples out here. And the men in my family are all great examples, especially my dad. But shout out to my grandfather, my uncle. Just, hey, great role models. Great role models. Couldn't ask for any better. You know, so happy Father's Day to everyone. Enjoy yourself. My dad's getting the hell off work in a minute, so we going to kick it, most definitely. This podcast is dedicated to him and all the fathers out here. The significance of a dad. Just in general, just a celebration, though, man. So I'm going to go out here and get washed up real quick. I ain't washed my ass getting up, but I said, to hell with it. I felt inspirational to make this and let my dad hear it while he's still at work. You know, he got a couple hours left, so he'll love to hear this. So had to cook up a little something for him real quick. So shout out to everyone who's listening. Catch this podcast on Spreaker.com as Steve Eskridge. Catch it also on YouTube. My YouTube channel name, Steve Eskridge. I'm on Spotify. Check this podcast out on Spotify podcast as Steve Eskridge. I'm in the Society and Culture section of podcasting on Spotify. You can also catch me on Twitter as Stephen Eskridge #1. That's Stephen Eskridge #1 on Twitter. Instagram, Stephen ESKRI. That's Stephen ESKRI on Instagram. And hey, y'all, I'm finna have a blast out here. You know, finna have a blast out here, most definitely. I love y'all. Gonna be getting back to y'all real soon. You know, it's going up. Happy Father's Day. Better Late Than Never podcast. Peace. We out.